This video is sponsored by Ultimo.gg. Click the link in the description or wait until the end of the video to find their amateur esports tournaments with free signups and join their community Discord. So, I have 2,000 subscribers now. Thank you. In some way I kind of got cold feet and I haven't said anything, kind of went under like Red October. I have a lot to say, but not really the words to say it, so I'm just going to kick myself up the butt and I really want to talk about Hyperscape. Hyperscape is Ubisoft's go at the whole Battle Royale genre. It feels like they've just waited for everyone else to make a Battle Royale game, and then they've come along and they've just said, we're going to do everything better, or simpler is more a point. It's a very refined version of Battle Royale. There's not a lot of fluff. It's very simple, quick, and that really helps with the arena shooter gameplay. You know, the kind of gunplay that was really popularized in games like Quake and Unreal Tournament. But with every game I play, I find out, and I'm seeing players making the same mistakes over and over again. So here are 5 signs that you're doing it wrong and you need to up your game. So you get a lot of people from games like these, coming to games like these, and they don't really change the way they're playing, and if you're doing that, you're doing it wrong. For example, a well-aimed sniper shot can really put a dampener on your evening sunbathe, so if you don't want to be an easy shot, or just trying to get from point A to point B, then you should be doing more than just like holding sprint and like standing in the open. You should be jumping around and like sliding and trying to maintain your movement by jumping out of slides, and also on a certain level trying to keep your movement unpredictable at most times, because like Hyperscape is a much denser battle royale than others, where combat is very common. It's very rare that you'll have like a long period of silence or grace. Usually something's going to be going like just around the corner, and you really got to be aware of that someone is probably watching you at all times. So act like it, wake up, and start moving. So having established that Hyperscape already has a very fast-paced feel, and there isn't much time to just sit around doing nothing, it's important to know that winning doesn't mean taking every fight you can. If you're just looking for kills, you're more than welcome to chase down every team you see jumping on the horizon, but if you're looking to get wins, it might be worth sitting out a few fights and opt instead to ambush teams that have just been weakened by another fight. Now, by inducing this like quiet period of like stalking your prey but not outright hunting them, you can use this time to take a look at the map, observe the decay, and try and figure out where teams are going to be flowing, where's a good ambush point for you. Just take into consideration player position, player movement, where they're headed, where you can cut them off and take them by surprise. Now, if you find yourself in the scenario where both of your teammates have just been bulldozed by a full squad, rather abruptly you've discovered that you've overstayed your welcome. You'd be mad if you thought now would be a good time to turn and fight the enemy. Now is the time to run. And if they chase, you have a few options. You can be simple and just try and outrun them, look for a respawn point on the map, and just pray to God that they give up chase. You could try and be a bit more cheeky and sly and let them blindly chase past you, and double back and try and find any more respawn points where you were already. Or you could try the risky play of running them into another enemy squad to hopefully draw the attention away from yourself. This gives you the added benefit of creating an opportunity to respawn your team, as the other team will, have combat. Someone will probably die and drop a respawn point for you to bring your buddies back. This does run the risk of drawing the attention of a second enemy team though. As long as you prioritize switching from damage and kills to evading and reviving your teammates, you're on the right track. Now, if you're someone who gets caught out early game, you'll do well to go for loot boxes scattered around the map. You should almost always be able to see these glowing yellow boxes from when you're dropping down. They're very obvious and it's hard to miss them if you're really looking. Breaking these bad boys also gives you the possibility of full level loot. But most importantly, they always drop one weapon one hack, and something you shouldn't underestimate early game, ammunition. The last thing you want to do is get in a fight early and then realize you just have no bullets left. It's really awkward and embarrassing. So after breaking 1 or 2 boxes, you should be ready to get into combat early, regroup with your team, whilst minimizing the strain on your team's economy. And as a bonus tip, we could go into team economy a little more there. If you're not looking at your HUD and taking your team's items into consideration, maybe now would be a good time to do so. Your team will always appreciate it if you mark items they're looking for. It'll stop them having to research buildings you've already pillaged. And I find it's also good to strive for some variety in your team's equipment. Using different items than your teammates will speed up the time it takes to get level 5 items, as you won't be sharing resources. And this will diversify the conditions that you're able to fight under. You might not have any weapons that are very effective at close range, but you'll have less to worry about if one of your teammates can take care of those problems themselves. This, for me personally, is what made me go from having a win every other day to getting wins twice a day, at minimum. Because Hyperscape being a new and free game and all, odds are that solo queuing, 1/3 of your team are not going to know what they're going to be doing. And you know, that's fine. Most people don't pick up a game, instantly become godlike and go pro and join C9 and all that. That's not how it works. But it'll do you best to party up with players at a similar skill level to yourself. As good as it can feel to hard carry your team, it feels a little worse when your team got no kills, maybe 2 assists, and didn't really do anything after you revived them 5 times. And you know, on a different side of the same coin, if you're the one being hard carried, and you're not getting the kills, that's also problematic too, as it's hard to improve when every time you get in a difficult situation, you're having a knight in shining armor come to your rescue. Or by the time you've caught up to the guy, everyone's already dead and there's no kills for you. And you won't have a chance at practicing those elite tracking skills you want to develop. And sure, one side of the coin you're getting all the kills for yourself, and on the other side of the coin you're getting a win. So that sounds good, but in the end of the day, you're not going to improve. So just start making friends. Start playing as a pre-made. You know, you can do this with friends or people you run into on matchmaking that you work really well with. Or alternatively, you could seek out people on a community Discord. Which ties in nicely to this video's sponsor, as they themselves have a community Discord. Ultimo GG is a game-changing esports platform. It allows you to compete at any skill level. Ultimo is perfect if you're looking to dip your toes into esports and find out if you have what it takes. If you're watching this when it comes out, there are weekly Modern Warfare tournaments, and there's a Warzone, Fortnite, and Rocket League tournament that you should totally come and join us for. It's completely free, and you can compete for cash prizes, hardware, merchandise, as well as in-game currencies. I help moderate these tournaments, so come join the Discord, say hi, make some friends, and play some games. That's Ultimo GG. And thanks for watching.
Someone's down! Got ya! And that's all she wrote. Reloading!